The second movement in the 10 form is called reverse reeling forearms. Now this is a simplified version of what's referred to in the long form as step back to repulse the monkey, or step back to repulse like monkey, depending on the translation. Now, the reverse reeling forearms is different from the traditional movement in that there is no footwork involved. The feet remain parallel, about shoulder distance apart, where we found them at the end of the first movement. And from this position, the feet don't move. The hips move a little bit, and you shift your weight slightly from side to side, but the feet do not move. And because the feet do not move, this changes the applicability of the movement as a martial technique. But it's a very useful movement for introducing the movement of the waist and the proper alignment of the shoulders. The movement is relatively simple. From here, with the legs bent, the hips bent, the knees bent, and the waist nice and relaxed, we turn the body to one side, to the right first, and extend the arms, palms up. From here, the back hand comes by the ear and pushes forward as the front hand comes into the dantian, just below the navel. And then we do the same thing on the other side. We drop the left hand, twist the waist a little to the left, extend the arms, palms up, and then the back hand comes by the ear and pushes forward as the right hand comes into the dantian, just below the navel. So from this position, the hands are lowered at about hip level. From here, you turn your hips a little to the right, and you shift your weight a little bit to the right. Now while you're turning your hips and shifting your weight, you turn the waist a little and relax the arms. So from here, with the palms down at hip level, you shift your weight and turn a little bit to the right, drop the hands down and relax, and then continue extending the arms, like so, until they are palm up at about shoulder level. Okay. Then the back hand comes in by the ear and pushes forward over the left palm as the left palm comes into dantian level, to the dantian. The right hand, the fingertips are at eye level, and the left palm is directly below the navel. Be careful not to pull your arm back. Okay? Don't pull the arm back and have the hand out to the side. This involves too much tension in the shoulder. Instead, leave the hand just below the navel so that the shoulder is in a very comfortable position, like so. Then again on the other side, turn the hips a little to the left, twist the waist, drop the left hand and extend it until both hands are palms up at about shoulder level. Then the back hand, the left one, comes in to the ear and pushes forward, passing over the front hand as the right hand comes to the dantian, like so. Okay? So once again, the entire movement from the end of the first movement, hands are palm down at about hip level. From here, turn the hips and turn your waist to the right, extend the hands, palm up. The right hand comes by the ear and pushes forward as the left hand comes into the dantian. The right hand fingertips at eye level with the palm pushing forward, the left hand palm up by the dantian. Then drop the left hand, turn the hips and extend the arms, palms up. The back hand, the left arm bends at the elbow, so the left hand comes in by the ear and pushes forward with the fingertips at eye level as the right hand draws in to the dantian directly below the navel. Okay. So this is the motion. Palms up and push, palms up and push, like so. We do it once on each side. Now some important details. With the hips bent and the knees bent, make sure that you turn your waist and turn your hips a little bit. The hips don't turn much, but they turn a little. And the waist turns probably more than you're used to turning it. So we have a few exercises that we'll show in another video that will help with learning how to turn the waist independently of the pelvis, and doing so in order to maintain the proper alignment of the knees and the hips and the shoulders. A lot of people see this movement and they think that when they raise the hands, that the hands should be at a 180-degree angle. Okay? The problem with this is it causes a tension and improper alignment of the arms. This is not a strong position for the arms to be in. You would never lift a weight or push anything in this position. This would just be incorrect, and it would be bad for the shoulders, bad for the back, and it would not be very powerful or effective. So a natural movement with the arms comes up a little bit in front of the center line. The hands don't come up straight to the sides like this. Instead, they come up a little bit in front. So if you try this exercise, move your elbows back. Hold your hands up like this. Move your elbows back until your hands are behind you. You'll feel tension in your shoulders. Now if you bring your hands forward, you'll feel the shoulders relax a little. And if you continue to bring the hands forward, you'll feel the shoulders become tense again. So here is too tense, and here is too tense. These are the two extremes. What you want to do is allow yourself to move your arms in and out until you find a position where the arms are most comfortable. Okay? In this alignment, the muscles and the fascia are all aligned properly to make this a very effective and efficient position for doing anything. For instance, if you were to try to lift a weight and you had your arm out of alignment, this would hurt your shoulder, but your body would naturally align. You would naturally turn your body, turn your waist to enable you to lift that weight in the most efficient and safest way possible. You wouldn't try to lift it like this, off to the side. Instead, your body would naturally turn and give you a nice, proper alignment. So this is what we're looking for, the most relaxed and efficient alignment for the arms. So, with the palms down, turn your hips a little, twist your waist, and extend the arms, being careful not to pull the backhand back too far. Just bring it out a little bit to the corner. Then bend the elbow and bring the hand forward and push. And the same on the other side. When you drop this hand, you turn the hips, you turn the waist, and you extend the arms out along the ground, out like so, palms up, and and check to make sure that the arms are aligned properly, that you're not tensing up your back shoulder too much. Keep it there, nice and relaxed. And then bend the arm and push forward. A lot of people bend the elbow by bringing the elbow back. Then they end up with the arm in a position like this, with the elbow behind the body. Again, the shoulder is too tense when they do this. So instead of doing that, when you bend the back elbow, leave the elbow where it is, in that natural alignment that you've just figured out. Leave the elbow there and allow the forearm to come forward without pulling the elbow back. So don't do this. Instead, just do this. You'll find it's very easy, and the hand will feel as though it's just doing it all by itself. So from here, the hand just folds in by the ear and then comes forward, like so. Again, on the other side, you drop the hand, turn the waist, extend the hands, palms up, and from here, bending the back elbow without pulling the elbow back. Just let the forearm and the hand come forward and in toward the ear. And then the hand pushes forward with the fingertips at eye level, and the other hand drops to the dantian. Okay. This movement is a very good exercise for helping to loosen up the waist, loosen up the spine, getting the energy moving. Right? And it's also a good way for you to pay attention to the hips, because often what people will do when they practice this movement is that instead of twisting the waist, they'll turn the hips, and this causes the knees to torque and causes the feet to roll. So people will turn like this and turning the pelvis too much, causing torquing in the knees. You want to be solid and connected to the ground with a very solid root, and turn the hips, twist the waist, extend the arms, and if you move every part of the body just enough, then no part of the body will move too much. If the hips move too much, then the knees get pulled out of alignment. But if the hips move just enough, and the waist moves just enough, and the arms extend just correctly, then the knees will continue to point forward in the same direction as the legs. So the knees will be lined up with the toes, and you'll be solid and connected to the ground. You'll also be moving every part of the body within the range that it was meant to move, rather than ignoring some part of the body and compromising others. Like so. Just like we said in the first movement, when one part of the body moves, everything moves. When one part is still, everything is still. So with practice, you will be able to feel every part of the body contributing to the motion of the hands, but no part of the body is doing too much or too little. Very good. Thank you very much.